This my channel is for clarity. For clarity. I go pick issue where many people no go understand. I go come here. I go dissect them. Bring them to the BRS minimum so that everybody go understand them. Whether you go school or you don't go school. Because our people, they too they speak English. And too many English they make people, they don't understand what they happen for this country. You see this fight between Dangote, Pengas and Onupeng, all those unions that control workers in the oil and gas sector. Now the problem where everybody talk about now. And I can bet my chest and say it. 75% of the people when they talk this matter, they don't understand anything where they happen. You when they watch, they go throw you into confusion. But make I bring her down to the BRS minimum and I go end them with a debate from both the Dangote side and the union side so that you go understand what did they happen. Can you hear what the problem? Dangote is saying, I have the right to hire and fire. Because he retrenched, he sacked over 800 workers. They said that they do company cleanup. I don't know. He sacked them. And he sacked them after those people indicated interest that they want to join a union. Whether Pengasan or Nupeng, where they control the oil and gas sector. You understand? But that can say that one not be the problem. Say the problem I say him they do clean up for in company. So he got sack who you go sack, recruit who you want, recruit. And that nobody should tell him who to recruit or who not to recruit. That the unions, their concern should be what is contained in the agreement of employment. Are there monies to be paid? Are there wages? Are there anything benefit or what? That should be your concern. So that those people can be paid whatever that is due to them, and not telling him that he must hire who they want him to hire. That will not happen. Nupeng and Pengasan on the other side, that's the union people, are saying, Dangote, no, you cannot retrench these people after the indicated interest to join our union. That you are sabotaging that union. No, you cannot sack them. You must take them back. You know that? And as a result of that, they don't start strike today. So they don't shut down where they need to shut down. Just to make sure that Dangote does not perform. Dangote again is saying, Nupeng, Pengasan, oil marketers are using you people to destroy my company. Because what people are doing now, they don't employ you now. Oil marketers, that's me, I don't spoil their business. Because if you look at very well, Dangote don't spoil oil marketers' business for this country. They are not happy. Those people that import bad fuel, crazy fuel, whatever it is, and loot us, and those people that are responsible for, say they remove fuel subsidy. You understand? Where they thief us anyhow. That don't spoil their business. So that is saying, Nupeng and Pengasan, now these oil marketers, now them they use one now to attack my company. It's not necessarily because I sacked people from my company, of which I have the right to hire and sack. Your own concern, Nupeng, Pengasan, is there anything that I am owing people that I have not paid? Let me pay them. That should be your concern. Not going on strike and telling me that I must employ, I must not employ. No. Are you getting the gist now? In a hotter head. Because you're going to hear say, Nupeng, Pengasan, they go strike. This one. Oga, this is what the problem is now. Dangote is accusing the unions that oil marketers are using them to destroy his refinery. That is a deal breaker for Nigeria. And then these unions are saying, Dangote, you are not a friend of unions. You want to be left alone so that you can do Nigerians anyhow. You can hire, sack them anyhow at will. No, an injury to one is an injury to all. As I don't explain them now, I go carry two debates. I go carry debate, can't give you now. One from Dangote side, the other one from Union Society, the Nupeng and Pengas and whatever. You go hear there too. You now, when they talk, say this video long. Make you know crazy. You know why? If na Nigerian film now, we go take 3 hours for you go sit down watch them. Whether they romance, you go sit down watch them. This one now will concern you. Will concern you and your country. Because very soon everywhere go Africa. Fuel say where you manage, you don't go see them. Where you they go before 300, you go the year 2,500. Now this one affect you. Before by that time you don't go get money to buy data to even watch film. So relax now so that you go understand what they happen. And then lend your voice so that the problem can be solved. I am not siding anybody. My own, I say, I carry the matter as it be, come give una. Make una judge and by on herself after una don't watch this debate. Watch this debate. Let us now meet in the comment section. I come in peace. Watch.
There was a reorganization in Dangote refinery that led to the sack of 800 workers. The question is, why now? Why after unionization? That's the main question. And I want to posit this question to an answer that might have provoked Pengassan to behave the way they have behaved. Though I am not too sure of what the state of the oil and gas is as at this morning, whether the threat was carried out or not. Dangote organization is known to be unfriendly to unionization. And I'm going to give you examples before I come down to your question, which might have also provoked the fear, because they said Dangote refinery was afraid of certain things. That was why they took the decisions they took. Sometimes ago, in the cement company, food and beverage staff, those who belong, who service them, who cooked for them, who also service them in their plant at Obajana, got unionized. They went to a primary school, unionized themselves, and informed their national association, FOCTOP, that this is what they have. And then they now inform the organization that the food and beverage had organized themselves into a union. Because, like we know, you and I know, it is a voluntary endeavor for me to contract into the union or not. All right? For the junior staff, I think Justice Clerk has, dealt with that in so many pronunciations. That for the junior staff, it is a given that they are part of the endeavor because for so many reasons. So what now happened to those people who unionized? Dangote organization congratulated them and that they were ready to work with them. But however, because maybe some of the management staff were not on ground, they couldn't, do the normal introduction between management and the union. Shortly afterwards, those guys were fired. So this is not the first time that is happening. That's what I want to call your mind to.
So they were fired for
joining, of course,
the union.
It was after that unionization of the people. Remember, that's food and beverage I just mentioned, that they were fired. So this now has happened. Could it be that Pengassan was also, irked by that happened? And the question is, why only those who have voluntarily opted for the union that were swept with the so-called reorganization? And when that thing happened to those union leaders who had joined the union, the first of course instance was not happy with Dangote Group as a guy and asked Dangote Group to reinstate the workers. They went to appeal. It was restated. All right. But of course, the lawyers to Dangote Group as at that time began to do forum shopping on who, a judge that can help them now vitiate whatever has happened. So it means that the rule of law, is a private business organization, but they need to auto-act it. If those guys were not unionized at a point, that's understood.
Are you saying categorically that some staff who joined unions, either Nupeng or Pengassan, were sacked by Dangote refinery?
But that's exactly what had just happened.
The 800 staff.
800 staff.
But Dangote has since denied it.
Whether he denied it or not, okay. That's what Dangote has said. But like you talked about Pengassan, I have also reached them. There was an agreement, there was an MOU that you will allow them to unionize. They went, the people contracted in writing, formally. They did a verification exercise according to the information I had.
All right.
Okay. It was after that time the reorganization happened.
Let's take it to Professor Kenny now.
The contentions were quite a few. One is that the unionization and workers' rights were being opposed by Dangote. That is not true, because Dangote came out to say we support workers' rights to unionization, but those rights are voluntary. And then it's very, very clear, and nobody contests that. You see, the second one, of course, is that Dangote is embarking on anti-labor practices. They've also denied those. And we haven't got any evidence that they were selectively targeting those who were restraining them from jail. They don't exist because there are always two. It takes two to tango. They put their own case against your case, and we have to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then also now it comes to mass retrenching. Look, I don't know about any labor law in the world where you have democracy and you have free market, where employers are denied the rights to hire and fire. And I don't know one where unions decide who gets hired and who gets fired. No, the law recognizes these unions are children of the law, and you cannot live above the law. Where you protect the rights of your workers, your members, and then you fight for their rights. You go to court. If you have any issue of anything, go to the industrial court. That is your first port of call. You don't take the laws into your hands. Honestly, you don't take the laws into your hands. There is a history that my colleague has just pointed to. Yeah, I can hear you. But there is also a history that in our country in 2007, a consortium that have offered 750 million to buy Kaduna and Borako refineries was accepted, and then it was vehemently opposed by Nupeng and Pengasen, to the point that Yar'Adua came in and gave them back their money. Now we regret those. We regret those because if they have allowed them to buy these two refineries, they wouldn't even have spent up to $3 billion to get them working. Today you have seen how we have failed as a nation just because of what happened. And it was because it was a government business. They felt that they can dictate for the country because it's a government business. But we are not in that era now. We have private sector that have come on stream and want to salvage this country. So my advice to the labor is don't join a fight you cannot win. Don't try to destroy a refinery that is systemic, that is strategic, that protects national interest. You can't do that. Our foreign direct investment has melted away. I don't even think we'll get up to $2 billion this year, as against $20 billion that we now you scared all of them away, and we have a history. Even the $10 billion that NNPC has collected to do refinery for 10 years came to nothing. They collected $3.5 billion by securitization of our 5-year revenue and put it on offer, and they have not produced anything. These refineries are not producing, they are shut down. So let us be realistic. They are at liberty to hire, they are at liberty to fire, and you are at liberty to make sure that you get the compensations. And then in fact, the first thing the union should do is to go and engage with them to see whether there are middle grounds. You go and engage. You don't take a back seat and say you can't do this, you cannot hire for a private sector.
All right.
They have the right under the law, and then the requirement is what is it that they are owing them, and they are governed by contracts.
All right.
Even if you don't have a contract, the law recognizes, because employment is a statutory regulation.
Yes.
The law recognizes that once you pay salary, there is a contract that is created. So you go and pursue the terms of that contract if you don't want to negotiate.
Yes.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.